Here we are in the club shop for a little interview, and it's been a bit of a time. Is it about 6 months now since we last spoke to Graeme Miller, the United Commercial Manager. A lot of things have changed at Somerset, and I've got to say the thing that's been on our internet service quite a lot is asking about the new way of actually ticketing at Somerset Park. We're 2 days from a game. How would I, as a fan, get a ticket for the first game?
Yeah, let's say you're not a season ticket holder, if you're not a season ticket holder, you just need to go onto the website, click the word tickets, and click the United v Falkirk game. Press a couple of buttons, and you've got a ticket for the game. It really is as simple as that. You can do it from your phone, your laptop. If you don't want to do that, come into the shop and you can buy a ticket that way. On the game day, the tickets will be getting sold from the administration office just round the corner. We just wouldn't really have the kind of space in the shop to be able to cope with if they're buying tickets. But we're obviously hoping that there won't be any huge queues before the game, but I think there probably will be, just as we kind of educate people about the new system. But yeah, it's really simple to buy a ticket for the game now.
So when you say it's really simple, you go online, you click on it, e-tickets, electronic ticketing. So what do I do once I've done that? Do I have to bring something with me?
Yeah, what happens is when you buy a ticket, you'll get an email. You'll effectively then be a registered user for Total Tickets. You've got an account with them. They'll send you an email which will have a QR code, and literally, if you don't want to print anything out, there'll be scanners on the turnstiles. You show your phone, show your code, and that's how you get into the game.
Okay, is that one of those wee square codes? This is for the heart of learning. Is that one of these wee square codes that like barcodes?
Yes, very much so, like a barcode. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not so up in the technology.
You can print out the PDF, which has got that on it, and you can just scan it that way, or you can say you don't have to print out. You can just show your phone. But that's if you're not a season ticket holder. That's how you would get a ticket for the game. If you are a season ticket holder, and you've bought a ticket with the same details that you used to buy your season ticket, then it's on your season ticket card. So this is if you are a season ticket holder, you'll have one of these wee cards now. If you buy any tickets for any cup games, they will go onto this card, so you don't actually need to have a separate ticket. You'll just scan this at the turnstile. It's as simple as that, and you can see the wee QR codes on the...
So it's just a little plastic card, basically the size of, what, a credit card?
Yeah, it's pretty much a credit card, yeah. So that's, if you're a season ticket holder, you will have this online on your account, so you don't actually need this card, but everyone who's a season ticket holder has one of these, so you can use this if you want. You can use your phone, you can print off the PDF. There's a variety of ways to do it, but I would imagine most people probably quite like this wee card, and we'll use that to scan in. But as I say, if you're a season ticket holder, you've bought a ticket for a Falkirk game on Saturday, using the same details, then you just need your season ticket card, scan it in, and you'll get into the ground.
Okay, so there is a changeover. A lot of people again asking why the changeover.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you'll know most clubs, I would say, have cashless turnstiles now. We're just kind of moving with the times, and becoming more modern, I guess. If you look at now a game on a Saturday, we will have the email addresses from everyone who's in the ground, and I think it's really important that we can know who's in the ground. We can contact people much easier. Obviously they might choose not to receive marketing, which is fine, but we will certainly not be bombarding anyone, but we might do offers throughout the season. We might we might have a special offer on the shop, or there's a huge amount of reasons that we might want to contact season ticket holders, even to educate people with regards to the new system, or with whatever it might be. If we've got a cup game coming up, we'll be able to email our season ticket holders and say, listen, you guys have got X amount of days in advance of general sale to buy your season ticket. So it's just much easier for us now to communicate.
So what about a person that just takes one a week and trying to get into a cup game? rather than a season ticket holder, what would they have to do?
Yeah, if you just want to buy a ticket for a game, for a league game, which is exactly the same as you would buy for a cup game, you just go onto the tickets link on the website and you choose whatever game. Within the next few days, every single league game will be loaded on our tickets portal. So you can choose any one of the 18 home league games if you want to go on and buy a ticket. If you want to buy a ticket for someone, you can go on and purchase tickets for those games within the next few days. And again, you'll get an email with your code, and you can do it that way. Or you can come into the shop and you'll actually, we've got the actual tickets for the games. So now, you can come into the shop or next door, and you'll get a physical ticket for the game.
Now, that's cup and league, but again, I think you said there, just make this clear, again, it's the same thing, that season ticket holders will get the benefit of getting cup tickets.
Of course, yeah. I mean, season ticket holders get a benefit originally in terms of finance. Obviously, if you're going to go to 18, 15, 16, 17, 18 league games, you're better off buying a season ticket. It gets a good saving. But also, when it comes to cup games now, one thing we've always wanted to offer, but we've never been able to, is that if you've got a reserved seat in the stand, then you can now have that reserved seat, that same seat for a cup game. And that's something we've wanted to offer for a while, which it's not been physically possible. Whereas now, if you've got F68 and F69 seats, and we've got a cup game, then you'll have the opportunity to keep those seats.
I read this club statement, the information you put out before. One of the major benefits for fans will be to get in quickly, especially these bigger cup matches.
Yeah, listen, it takes 0.1 of a second to get this wee card and scan it and walk through. I mean, it should make the process. I mean, listen, it's the first game on Saturday. Will there be teething problems? I'm sure there probably will be, but people need to bear with us. It's a brand new system, and hopefully, if they realises that on Saturday, and who knows, maybe there won't be. But we expect the odd teething problem on Saturday, but we'll obviously work through that, and we'll make sure that we iron out any errors or whatever it might be. But yeah, the process of getting into the ground now should be much simpler. Should be much quicker. And as I say, I'm sure there will be a queue on Saturday to buy tickets just before the game, but it's all about educating people that with a couple of touches of buttons on the phone or laptop, you can buy a ticket, literally within less than a minute. It takes to buy a ticket and just show the code at the turnstile. It really is as simple as that. So when people come on Saturday and say if there's a queue, we'll rather than just letting people stand in the queue, we'll try and educate people and say, listen, if you're just going to come to the odd game, or you'd rather pay on the day, for example, then you don't need to wait in a queue. We've got this new system which makes it much simpler to get into the ground. So we obviously want to try and get people to go online and order, and that's the quickest way for them. It's the quickest way for us to get into the ground. That's the best way of doing it.
Now, one thing, we were talking to the gaffer after the game, Derek, and the gaffer had said that really appreciative of things like the 500 Club, all these kind of things, but also the need for ticket sales, like season ticket sales. How many have been sold this year, and what is it like compared to last year? Yeah,
we've actually sold 600 up to date. Obviously last year was the first year since we've kept records that we got over 1,000, and we've got 600 now with 3 weeks, I guess, to the first home game.
In the league season.
In the first league game, sorry. And I can't imagine a scenario where there won't be I can't imagine there being a scenario where we won't have lots and lots of people buying, within the hour before the Morton game on the 3rd of August. That just happens every single season, which is fine. So, we know we're going to get a lot of people signing up on that day. I'm sure we'll sell plenty of season tickets on Saturday, and then following Saturday with home games in the 2 Saturdays leading up to the league. So I would think we are on target to get over 1,000 again, which would be fantastic. And listen, I think the team over the last couple of years deserve a good backing. So financially, it's brilliant, of course it is. But hopefully I would think that the team deserve it. They deserve a good backing.
Right, okay, I'm just looking around the shop just now, lots of stuff in here as usual, but for me again it's that time of the year, the new strips up there. I know you've had them out for a while, but you've got the black and white one and the red one as well. How are the sales of these going?
Yes.
Which one's the most popular at the moment?
Well, it's funny, we had just purely down to numbers, we had to get the away strip out first. We've probably sold more away strips than home, but the home's been, do you know that they've both been really popular? It's difficult, I mean it's almost impossible in fact in football to not get negative comments, but with the two strips there haven't been many. I think they're pretty well liked, both of them have been pretty well liked, and they've been going well. And of course, listen, every strip sold is huge for us. It's just, it's plus it's great to look around, grounds and see people with a strip on. It's great to walk around the town of Ayr, even in the high street or whatever it might be, and see people wearing the strip. It's great. So the more we can sell, the better. But I think in general, people like the strips. So yeah, I expect them to sell well this season for sure.
Yeah, it looked good, especially from where we were, which is opposite the United fans in both the games so far. You could see that the red and the black and white with the collar bit on it, or the shoulders bit on it, very, very, so much. So
yeah, you can see it in the crowd. Also, I think that we've only worn we wore the away strip in friendly, but the home strip, I think it looks really good when you see the pictures of the game. I think it actually the strip comes out really well, and the players like it as well, which is important. Some of the players weren't so keen on a certain pink away top, but the players, not been any complaints from the players, so they're quite happy to wear home and away, so that's a positive, yeah.
So just bring that a little bit further. This is Thursday, I hope. Tomorrow being Friday, there is the shirt and shorts sponsorship night at the Alan McLeod Suite.
It's always a good night over on the Alan McLeod Suite for the shirt and shorts draw, and it's tomorrow. We've had a good number of entrants. People can still enter up until we roll the drum tomorrow night, and people can still enter. It's 150 for one, 250 for two, and as I say, people are still entering right now. They'll enter probably right up until 7 o'clock tomorrow, and we're very much looking forward to that. We've got a great auction.
That's what I was going to come. What kind of prizes have you got for that?
Yeah,
it's going up in line, but I haven't had the chance to look at it, and they're usually pretty good.
We've got some great prizes. We've got the wine tasting from Corney and Barrow, which still every year I'm waiting for someone who buys that to take me. They haven't done so yet, so if someone could take me to the wine tasting, it would be great. Ingram's I've put up a top of the range SUV for the weekend. We've got David Stewart, the whisky god.
Yeah, right, okay. The whisky ones usually goes really well. What has he brought?
Yeah, so David he's gone to the Balvenie warehouse, and he's drawn a bottle from a cask that is from 1996, and it is the only bottle in the world from this cask. So he's the only person that can do that. It is a complete one-off. David will sign the bottle, and last year's he did something similar. It was almost as unique as this year's, and it went for over £1,000. And I've been able to wee look at Balvenie bottles from that year, and they're worth a lot of money. This is worth even more. It's literally the only one in the world, and signed by David. So we're very, very grateful that he's given us that, and we're lucky to have him and as an Ayr supporter and backing us in the way that he does. So we're looking forward to that. There's a number of things. You can get some booths and vinyl or Furies. If I know Callum, you're obviously a big fan of that. There's lots going on in the auction. Ian Ferguson from the racecourse is brilliant. He always comes and does a great job of that for us. Looking forward to it. The manager's going to kick it off with a Q&A. So everyone who's there tomorrow night will have the manager can ask him, make sure they ask him some questions, and should be good. Really looking forward to it.
What's the start time?
Starts at 7, and the manager will be on just shortly after 7, and then we'll go straight into the boothie. Another favourite part of yours.
Yeah, no, just hitting home with everyone. Thank you very much. Okay, if we're talking about things I like, I hope they're there this year. Bouncy castles, everything. Please, please, please tell me there's an open day.
Yeah, the open day is going to be Sunday the 11th of August. And we're away to Dundee on the 10th, and we'll have the open day here on Sunday the 11th. So it'll be the same as it is every year. There'll be plenty here. You'll certainly have the bouncy castles, your favourite. Absolutely. We'll have the academy guys doing coaching the kids as usual. We'll have some walking football there. We'll have some bubble football, all the kind of usual things will be on. The stage door guys will be doing the barbecue, which
again another of my favourites. Yes, thank
absolutely. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Ice cream?
I haven't actually got confirmation of that, but hopefully we'll have some ice cream as well. Yeah,
we hope to update people on that soon, because that is also vital.
It is very much so. But yeah, we'll go Sunday 11th. We'll release all the details of that next week. Last year we were really unlucky. We tried to hold it more than once and we got killed with the weather. So we ended up having to give an improvised open day, which actually was unbelievable, where we just kind of opened the corridor of the ground, and it was just, absolutely packed with people wanting to come and see the players. So it's always a really popular day, and we'll definitely, we can only hope that the big man upstairs gives us some sunshine for this year, and we don't have to mess up the corridors over in the stadium again.
Well, thanks. We're going through a lot of things, much more than I thought we were going to do today. As I say, the shop's looking absolutely brilliant. I think people should come to it, get used to the ticketing system. And
yeah, listen, you talk about the new system. I think it's important. We read things online, of course we do, and so on, but see if you've got any problems, give us a call. It's as simple as that. Give us a call, pop into the shop, rather than just going, online and, posting some load of abuse or whatever it might be. Just give us a call. It's new to us as well. We've had to learn all about it. It's nobody likes change. That's probably a fair thing to say. Nobody particularly likes change. And this is something new. As I say, we expect a couple of teething problems. But if you're not 100% sure about it, give us a call. Pop into the shop. The guys here do a brilliant job and always willing to help. So. Make sure you pop in.
Feedback's also very helpful for the way anything goes in the club, and just to voice off at times when you're angry, that's fine online, but sometimes just to come in and let
absolutely. And listen, I think it's not like we can't when it comes to the online things, we don't. Everybody's busy, so we don't sit online waiting for comments and so on. So if anybody's got an issue, just give us a call, send an email, pop into the shop, as I said. The one thing I think we're really keen to try and make sure is that, as I say, we expect a queue on Saturday before the game, but it's just about trying to educate people that you don't need to come here on Saturday and stand in a long queue before the game. It is really, really simple now to buy a ticket for the game, and so we're open till 7 o'clock tonight, which is Thursday. We're open 10 till 4 on Friday, and we're actually going to open at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. And again, on the day of the game, if you wake up and you decide you want to come on Saturday, you need a ticket. So, pop into the shop. We'll have tickets in the shop up until 1:30. Then they'll move next door, and the administration office will be selling them in there. As I say, it's avoid the queues. Come, buy a ticket online or pop in before 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Thanks very much, Graeme.
Problem. Thanks, Callum.